Good morning and welcome. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the ATL for the first night of our SWTV doubleheader Gulf Coast Lockdown. ATLiens. I'm Marsh, joined by Maestro. We've got special attendance tonight. Big boy out, Andre 3000, both in the building for what figures Maestro to be an entertaining one.
100% there, my man Marsh, and I want to thank you again, man. I was stuck on 285 like nobody's business, but you gave me that exit to get off, to drive through the hood, to get over here. Man, I know you'd be running the streets because you knew all the secrets.
Tell you what, that's one of the few things I could not run, so don't give me any credit there. ATLiens Gulf Coast Lockdown, a pivotal game here, Gulf Coast. We saw them just 2 nights ago, Maestro. They got rolling against Indy Stripes in another pivotal matchup in the southern region against an ATLiens team that's trying to stay above the bottom of the fray.
Yeah, you know, Gulf Coast seems to be coming into their own, just like you said. They got the transition game going. I know I harp on that a lot, but that worked for them so much. We just have to get some consistency here from the ATLiens. You know, we just got to get somebody here with Royce Anderson, Bevinson Patches, just some sort of 1-2 consistency with a little help from somebody else if they want to show up, just to help them turn their season. Is it too late to say to turn the season around, Marsh? I'm not sure.
I mean, at least get back to 500. ATLiens squad that has really fluctuated all year long between being competent, being good, to being below average. Right now, they're kind of in the last of the threes, rising up inside. Easy slam for Ezekiel Bull. Ezekiel Bull and Avery Cooks had exceptional games just 2 nights ago, Maestro. You expecting to see more of that tonight?
Oh, I want to, man. You got 2 cats rocking at 6'9", my favorite height for basketball. And they're so athletic, they're so quick, they're so smooth, and great shot by Carson Cuthbert there. But Ezekiel Bull and Cooks are so athletic at that, for me, the perfect basketball height, right? You're not a big, you're not a small, but when you're athletic, you can do so much damage. And having those two together on point, I think it's really going to help Gulf Coast like that.
A dominant start as the Gulf Coast Lockdown out to a 10-0 start. We're going to step aside. This one getting out of hand early here in ATL.
Niggas better cuff your ladies on this one, man. We got my nigga Yells in the building, baby. You already know what it is. A.Dot Pistol, that nizzle out the uncut, man. You already know it's going down. They ain't ready, huh? Yeah. I'm in the club, fuck thugs, I got that Henny in me. Niggas staring at my chain saying he spent a pretty penny. I'm from the city where we roll drop top billies with the rim spinning, and the women always holler, get me.
We're back here, a 10-0 start. Avery Cooks, fresh off a 20-plus point night on Tuesday, already with 4. Gulf Coast Lockdown, Maestro on top by 10. The surprising wrinkle, we're seeing Bevinson Patches matching up here against Kai Killers.
Best on best. You need to put your best player there to stop someone like Guy Killens. We know he's been on a heater like nobody's business. And ATL has scored. ATL has scored. Everybody put down your butcher knives. ATL has scored.
Very slow start.
Oh, my goodness.
2 more here for Avery Cooks. He's up to 6. Carson Cupworth the feed inside. We could be looking here at another game in which Avery Cooks gets rolling. 6. He had 20 plus, like we said, against Indy. He's threatening to do that all over again.
Absolutely. And again, the great ball movement, Marsh, of Gulf Coast locks down. They're able to move it off center from high to low. You just don't see that a lot with kids this age, and that's really good because that's going to serve them on the next level, and for some of them might have an opportunity even to go to the level above that.
Inside it goes, turned aside. Avery Cooks out into the block total. Board for Carson Cupworth, the Bull. Ezekiel Bull will get it, but Avery Cooks! Somebody has arrived.
Somebody mama got mad. Oh, Lord.
We're back to having some AMSR and Maestro on the mic. Inside it goes. There's Royce Anderson. His first 2 points of the game. Gets it back to a 10-point affair here as we approach the midway point. Avery Cooks again featured. Guarded by Shelley. Good defense prevents Cooks from getting another bucket. Avery Cooks 8 points so far here, midway through the first quarter. Dominant campaign already. Inside, Royce Anderson. That is a difficult make over, albeit a smaller defender. But Anderson, 2 straight points. He's had an up and down season of his own, Maestro. High scoring total, 17.4, but 42% from the floor, 27% from deep.
Yes, and Marsh, I think a lot of that is the inconsistency around him. You know, it's hard to carry a team on any level, right? But it also becomes nearly impossible. I guess that was supposed to be a three-pointer, but we'll never know. But it's hard to carry a team on any level. But if you just can't maintain all season being the star. Sometimes you're going to have to need somebody else to fill in the gaps.
Styles on the offensive board, feeds its way back inside, 5 seconds to shoot up, out it goes from Orion Toomey. And the slow start continues here. Kick, corner pocket, 3, halfway down and out, tipped up, won't go in. Got an Aiko Kasai spotting, I believe it is, already here for Gulf Coast lockdown. Here's Anderson trying to drive in. The Orlando, Florida native dumps it inside to Toomey. Can't get that on Cupworth. Can't get that on Killens. That is not a good sign, Mr.
Not at all when you are that close to the bucket. I mean, and ATL has done that now on 4 straight possessions where they've had 2 and 3 shots right there in the post, and they just keep bouncing out like there's a manhole cover on top of the goal. You're just making it hard.
Aiko Kasai burying a 3 late in the shot clock. 17-6. The route is indeed on in this opening quarter for Gulf Coast against ATLiens. As here's Royce Anderson guarded by Kai Killens. 11 seconds to shoot. He passes it up back to Toomey. Ball swings its way to Shelley. Back up top to Anderson. Late shot clock. 2 to shoot. Shoots it. Up over. Won't go. Rebound for Kasai. Minute and a half to go in a lopsided 17-point, 11-point advantage for Gulf Coast in the quarter.
Bad possessions, Marsh. Bad possessions for ATL all the way around. Not good shot choices. Not good shot makes. And, almost the hoop, but definitely the harm.
Actually, it's called for the foul. That's going to send Ezekiel Bull to the line. And I'll ask, bad offense or great defense so far for Gulf Coast?
You know, yes, the defense has been really solid, but the defense is definitely getting an assist from the choices that are being made by ATL. You can't keep, and I know I say this way too much, and I know you're always pinching my thigh to let me know you said it again. the whole idea here, when you have the ball underneath the basket, the biscuit has to go in the oven, otherwise it's not going to cook. And if you just keep putting it on the rim, putting it on the rim, putting it on the rim over and over again, and then, oh, by the way, after 1 or 2 offensive rebounds, you turn it over, you're really not doing yourself any favors, man. So whether it's good defense or not, bad shot choices, no one else was involved with that play. You ran down to the mid-post, and this is what happens on the other side with a team like Gulf Coast, who transitions as well as anyone else here in the league. I would probably say next to maybe Reigning Trays and maybe Cascadia, maybe. Those teams transition like nobody's business, and you can't afford to do things like this.
Is that what I was thinking? Was the thigh?
Well, you know, I was trying to, you know, hey. Well, I can't read. Never mind.
We've added another one to the Maestro-isms today. Biscuit has to go in the oven, otherwise it's not going to cook. It's the first one of the afternoon. Of course, get you up to speed on all that you missed if you didn't tune in. Kai Killen step back, rattles around and out. Off our defensive board here from Gulf Coast, heads the opposite direction. Big man Richard Alpine, in at 246, the nose tackle on his team. Stolen away, 23 seconds left. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. Aiko Kasai says, no, sir, I'm taking a step back, and he's going to drain it. And 23-6, there's an avalanche in Atlanta tonight.
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to give you a stat at the end of this quarter that I hope won't come true. And I'm just going to tell you all you need to know.
3 seconds, going to be a jumper here from Mahmoud, and Adam Mahmoud gets a deep 3 to go. That'll end the quarter, 23-9. Maestro, your stat that we've got to know now?
1/4 of a point of possession.
Zazu condoms. Fun, sexy, safe.
Remember those pesky squirrels?
Uh-huh.
Well, I trained them.
Fun! Squirrels cutting coupons.
Yep. It's gonna save us a ton of money and time.
I love your brain, Bob.
Me too.
Enough! Your tyranny ends now, you filthy humans!
think about you. Yeah. When do I wanna kiss your lips? I'm never leaving 'cause I need you. And I still can't find the words to say how I feel about you inside. How I'm never gonna let you go, letting for you to be with me for the rest of my life. I'm in love and I just can't fight. This feeling that I'm feeling is killing me slowly. I need you to hold me. Without you near, I feel lonely. Console me and let me know that we're gonna be together forever. I want your love through every time.
We're back in Atlanta, and of course, the start of the second quarter. Anytime, and selfishly, I'm on the call. It's the March map, as termed by Maestro, which is well done. Tonight, we're going to Valdosta, Georgia, for our historical moment as Adam Mahmoud kicks off scoring with a triple for the ATLiens. Valdosta, Georgia, a less than ideal history, was named after the governor of Georgia, George Troop. And you might say, well, how the heck is Valdosta Troop? Well, Troop is what's named for Troop County, which of course Valdosta is a city within, and Troop had a plantation known as Valdosta, which of course ended up being Valdosta. Ironically enough, Maestro, Valdosta is nicknamed Sportstown, Titletown, and Wintersville, despite being on the losing side of the Confederate War. And shortly after the Civil War, during the Reconstruction period, they had a carpetbagger come to town named J.W. Cliff running for U.S. Congress. He was looking for some support from former slaves. And of course, in Valdosta, being a former Confederate state, were none too happy with that. So 5 men planted some explosives around the city hall, or the courthouse that he was going to hold his next rally. But when other white folks showed up to the rally, they decided, hey, maybe we shouldn't blow them up. Some of them still went off, no injuries, but the 5 men ended up going to trial in Savannah, Georgia. And that is your March map for Valdosta, Georgia.
And you don't know how much that hits home for me.
Let's hear it.
And I'll just tell you, one of my first college visits was to the University of Georgia, and one of my hosts was the guy who was the quarterback of their first national championship team, Buck Bellew, and he's also the guy who got me into broadcasting radio many years later. So I've always had an affinity for Georgia, and Valdosta, Georgia especially, and it's Titletown because even though there was a big scandal with the high school football coaches here a couple of years ago, one guy had 2 families, actually 2 families. It's hard to keep that quiet in the social media world. Yeah, and it just goes downhill from there, brother.
Then there, you look a Maestro map as well. We get a double map on Valdosta, Georgia. A little old school, a little new school history. That's what we bring you here. We also bring you a ton of SimWorld action, so why don't you make sure you're tuning into it and getting involved yourself. Head on over to Discord, discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. You can join as a player, you can join as a coach, you can join as a fan if you're really feeling frisky, or you can join as a member of the team. So head on over discord.gg/SimWorldHoops. Of course, the only place you can see the game and beat the game is right here in SimWorld. And be the game, we're dirty shorts are required, of course. We're getting a game here in the second quarter, Maestro. Much more competitive start to this second quarter than we got in the first. Pulling now within 9 is ATLiens, and that's with Kai Killens on the floor, though back in comes Avery Cooks and Ezekiel Bull, who, of course, were blitzing ATLiens in that opening 8.
Absolutely. Now, ATLiens they will absolutely need to keep up with meeting an early, even though it's a soft press, just to slow down the Gulf Coast transition game. That's what's going to give them a chance here. But that is actually going to...
He's now got up into double figures if my math is mathing. Avery Cooks, one game after torching Indy, he is threatening to do it all over again. He is the SpongeBob meme going back and forth as a loose ball foul called here on Larry Sanders.
That's his first personal, and it'll be Gulf Coast ball. Substitution on the floor.
Goodness.
Replacing Cyrus Jackson.
I got a charge. There's a charge. Charge. All right, come back.
I'm letting you have that because I have no idea what you were doing. 27-16, Gulf Coast on top here, approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Wide open inside if they can find him. Ezekiel Bull briefly open. They're going to find Aiko Kasai. He says they're going to be a hand in the face. It's not going to matter. Another jumper when this game was getting close. Starting 5 back in. And the lead right back up to 13. Yeah, what's my math saying? 13? 13.
I like it. Say 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there.
There's our 15, and there's 2 more for Avery Cooks, up to 12 now. He has been on fire.
So smart, running to the open space right beneath the basket and made himself available for his teammate. And what does he do? Finish with violence. Love it.
Mid-range jumper, that's going to go. Adam Mahmoud gets another jumper. He's got 3 jumpers made. I believe that's 7 points on the day for Mahmoud. Is 4 per game. Jumper from Kai Killens won't go. Ball bounces around, but corralled underneath by Orion Toomey.
New defensive mindset by
Go for it. Please finish.
Apologize. New defensive mindset by the ATLiens. They're going to beat it with a soft press coming up the court and then do an early trap at the top of the arc. So let's see if that's going to work for them in the transition.
Seeing some double teams coming on Avery Cooks when he touches it. Ezekiel Bull foul called here on Toomey as he came over. Looked like that was going to be a block, but instead foul call and Toomey not happy with it. Neither is head coach Marcus Wood, but it's going to send Ezekiel Bull to the line.
I don't know. I'm kind of with you on that one, Marsh. I didn't see the harm. I definitely saw the block.
That's what it appeared to be, but you're going to tell us we're wrong. Ezekiel Bull's first free throw goes. 32-18. They're on the fringe of doubling up ATLiens. Not a good sign in the second quarter. Mahmoud steps out. This is coming in comes Willie Stiles. Willie.
Marsh be hanging out in the hood, yo.
In the hood of Valdosta, Georgia. Really. 33-18. Stiles bringing the ball up there in the corner. Fires over to Toomey. And this is, Maestro, you said offense isn't really working. This is wireless. Look how in everybody's face, and they can't even get Bevinson Patches to score on the 5'11". Carson Cup and Avery Cooks taking flight. 14 for Cooks in this opening half. He's closing in on 20 for the second straight game.
Thank goodness, caught a body with that one. Oh, I think it's going to be paperwork have to be filed at the morgue. Be right back and wait till I get online so I can read it to everybody.
Oh, inside they go. Willie Stiles unable to get it. Aiko Kasai the board. Again, this defense for Gulf Coast showing up in full steam. Avery Cooks showing up in full steam. He's got 16. ATLiens has 18. And we're closing in on the end of the opening half.
I should have stopped off for more talk at that teacher's store because I'm running out.
That teacher's store. Everyone knows the downtown teacher's store.
That's right. We get to buy chalk and teachers. Anyway.
Tori and Shelley can't even buy a rim as that goes out of bounds. Air ball, 2:03 left. And again, Avery Cooks. Normally, Maestro, you might see a guy outscoring a team in the first quarter. Maybe the start of the second. Very rarely do you see a guy flirting with outscoring the opponent in the first half. But that's exactly what Avery Cooks is going for inside to Kai Killens. And that makes it a 21-point game. And we might need a lot more Marsh map and Maestro maps here if this game keeps going the way it is.
Think about this, Marsh. Kai hasn't even got going yet.
No. And he had a great game last night, or Tuesday night.
Right. So if Kai does what Kai does, and it's going to be like this already, oh my goodness gracious.
Ezekiel Bull.
Mercy.
2 more.
Ooh, let us pray.
Pray for him, because this is getting ugly. 41-20, rising up. Jumper, finally some offense continues to fall. Much needed there. But this one is getting ugly. 41-22, pull up. Kai Killens, mid-range, yes. He has got that mid-ranger in the bag, Maestro. He is deadly from the mid-range part of the court.
With all the damage Gulf Coast has done, Kai hasn't got going yet. If he gets going and they keep doing this, I'm just scared to think what the final score could be.
Inside they go to Killens. He's got 4 in this quarter. He's got 6 in this quarter.
Kai Killens.
They are trying to double team and trap there once the opponent crosses the mid-court line, Maestro. Not working here. 30 seconds to go.
No.
Opening quarter. Here comes Toomey. And the defense again from Ezekiel Bull, disrupting the inside attack. Back to Bull from Avery Cooks. Hicks to Cupworth for a triple. Won't go off the front board. 12 seconds. They can hold for the last shot, or they might push it. Styles deciding to slow it down. Screen comes. Kicks over. Turned over. 5 seconds to shoot. They're going to have to try to get it across the midway point. Pulling up. Deep 3 from Killens. Won't go, and that'll be our half. 45-24. Gulf Coast, their offense has been on fire these last couple games. Maestro, their defense all the same, and this is on the verge of getting ugly if it's not already there.
Oh, it's already ugly there, Marsh. I got to tell you, it's something that's happening. And you mentioned the whole trap move at half court, or at least at the top of the arch. If you do not rotate offside with that, it's not going to work for you. ATL is not rotating offside, and they're getting burned every time. But we have to give it up to Gulf Coast. Coming off of a great game, love the shorts. They are actually doing even better tonight, I believe, in their communication, and they're moving down the floor, making every single bucket count. If they keep this going, plus, as you aptly pointed out, the defensive play, oh my goodness gracious, where has this been all year, honey?
62% shoot for Gulf Coast. 21-point game. Second half's coming in.
two-possession game, and they will.
Definitely gonna have to look elsewhere.
Oh!
Welcome back. Second half ready to get underway. 45 alone, fully underway. 45-24. Dominant first half from Gulf Coast lockdown here on the road against ATLiens. As the struggles have been real as they continue to start this second half, particularly on the offensive end.
Marsh, I have one stat that's going to tell you everything you need to know.
Please tell
Gulf
me.
Coast scored 26 points in the paint alone. And the ATLiens, as they're now will be now known, only scored 24 points total.
ATLiens can't get that to go either. Yes, not a great start. A good start, though, for Avery Cooks. He's flirting with another 20-point game. This one swings around, but this was supposed to be one of those must-win games, specifically for ATLiens. There's a turnover, try to head the opposite direction. And that will go the opposite direction. ATLiens 13-14. They'd won their last two. Trying to inch closer to getting, really they're fighting for a higher seed between them and H-Town. But a loss here opens up the door for Lone Star to try to creep back in. Queen City, if they can right the ship, potentially to creep back in. And there's a big bucket there from Cyrus Jackson.
Pass into the post. That's how you move with intention. And Gulf Coast is just, they're so on point with that. They're not wasting any opportunity from underneath the bucket to the mid-range shot. They're just not wasting anything tonight. It's beautiful.
The easy bucket there, so drawn back to 47-26. Double comes on Cupworth. Swings it over. That's going to be Kasai. Kasai goes inside. That's going to be Ezekiel Bull, and we said that trap is just not working right now for the ATLiens. What they were trying to do was take the ball out of someone's hands. It's leaving a wide open man underneath.
If you're going to run a trap, you need to at least run some sort of responsive zone on the back end, because Gulf Coast is just too quick. Those two cats at 6'9", Bull and Cook, are making them pay by running to the open floor underneath the basket, and they're not missing at all.
No, they are not. They are quite struggling. They are riding a struggle bus to town. And it's a bumpy ride. transition the opposite direction. Driving inside is Anderson. Tough to get that one to go against Bull. Offensive board. Kicks out. Swings up top. Shelley with the ball. Screen coming from Anderson. Shelley decides to fire. Front rim. Bull the board. And the issues continue for ATLiens. Here's Carson Cup.
Marsha just had a light bulb.
Yep. What did you say?
Hoop in the harm.
Henry Cooks. Foul called on. Willie Starr.
There's a lot of motion
That's his first. Team's
with
first.
the ATLiens,
Substitutions on the floor.
but it's motion without a purpose. The floor is lopsided. No one's moving to open space. It's almost as if, and I don't know if you've seen it the same way, but it's almost as if they haven't determined how they want to attack each play. So everything is just off balance. It's like a person with the ball, and there's 4 other guys on the floor with them, but they're not on the same court, if that makes sense.
It's a lot of isolation, try to beat the man off the dribble is what it appears to be, and a lot of not actually doing that. I'll get over here to Mahmood. Mahmood double clutch 3 won't go. Offensive board inside. That won't go. Offensive board again. That won't go. Offensive board almost again, but multiple misses there from Jamaica Guzman. And now a turnover heads the opposite direction for Gulf Coast, who again is nearly doubling up at ATLiens.
Mama, can I stop counting the misses in the paint now?
You might run out of fingers and toes if you're already not on the lap around part 2.
I'm using these people's toes that's next to them, and I'm getting these weird looks right now. I don't know if they're going to call security or not. So.
Cyrus Jackson.
They might. They might. Or one of them might look for it. Hey, we're coming right back after this.
On the floor.
Free throws here for the ATLiens. Bevinson Patches to the free throw line. Taking a sweet time. And getting that quad burn. There he goes. And he misses it. Gee, I wonder if maybe taking the free throw at a normal rate would have helped.
Looked like his internet skipped on him. And like,
hold on.
His...
It looks like... You know what, Maestro, as people like to say, don't bring no car to an internet party, shut off your Wi-Fi.
That's my baby. That's my baby boy right there.
That's what I might say to somebody if I were in such a situation. And he goes 0 for 2 with that elongated quad hold, and now he's going to stand at the free throw line.
As one is apt to do when they miss 2 shots, I guess. Push-up time. Maybe. I don't know.
Inside they go. And that's just going to play 4-on-5. Here's Ezekiel Bull. Will pump fake. Swings it. Kai Killens driving to the hoop.
Kai Killens.
And now
we're going to get a quick sideline out of bounds. And we are back here, ATLiens, trailing big time, 53-26. 18 from Avery Cooks as he tries to eclipse the 20-point mark here for the second consecutive game. He has been phenomenal for Gulf Coast Lockdown.
There we go.
Was Mahmoud finally getting a bucket. He's had a handful of them tonight. He's probably been their most consistent scorer for ATLiens.
Looks like keeping track of points in the paint.
Now, keep counting on our neighbor's toes here.
Yeah, she's kind of giving me the side eye right now. Oh, that's good or bad.
You gotta keep trying till you succeed. Deontay Joyce there with 2. With this being one heck of a blowout, we'll give you another Marsh map. We're gonna go to Norcross, Georgia. We're gonna stay in Georgia. Norcross, the home of Timothy Brown. It's also the home, fun little fact, quite a few professional athletes, Maestro.
Yep.
Current ones, Alvin Kamara, Davis Mills, not necessarily current, Malcolm Brogdon, and Brandon Boston, all of whom, and maybe most importantly, Norcross, the home of Waffle House.
There you go. You stole my thunder. If you've not had your hash browns topped and chopped and smothered and covered and some bunch of other stuff, I'm telling you, that's what you feel like afterwards. You feel like you need to go and confess.
Oh, 32. Meister, my God. Now, on my bucket list of things to do is go to a Waffle House during a hurricane. That is on my bucket list items.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, Marsh, are you staying in town tonight or are you flying out? Right after the game. What are you doing?
You can talk me into sticking around if you really want to.
Well, you know what? Let's swing up to Marietta to go to Virgil's Soul Food Place since they shut down Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffle Place. We go up there. Man, I'm telling you, Virgil's best fried liver between Key West and LA. I'm just telling you.
I don't know anywhere between Key West and LA that serves fried liver, so they might by default get that title. Whose liver are we frying? Pig? Ow?
Chicken, baby. You know, nothing but the white meat, like that steel.
Aiko Kasai.
Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta hit Magic City, baby. I gotta get you to Magic City.
Oh, Lord.
You'll love it.
That's exactly the place I thought I might want to go to tonight. Believe it or not. All I have is singles. That's how much they pay me. 59-30, Gulf Coast. Back on the verge of it after that bucket. Here's Aiko Kasai, a little pull-up from inside the free throw line, and we are back to 2+. If you had, well, some folks out in California might have had the double up on the betting slip, you'd be a very lucky man tonight. Offensive board by big fella Alpine. Richard Alpine. Savannah zone. Rises up for 2.
Baby. Seismic grab. Felt that all the way over there in Bay Street, baby, in Savannah.
Check the rim, see if that one's tilted a little bit. Big hefty on the floor. 11 seconds here in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Kasai's got 4 straight in this one. Inside it goes to Killins. He's going to fade away from the midi, and another mid-range bucket for Kai Killins.
Gracious.
And that's a deep heave off the back of the rim. And we're going to send it to the fourth. 63-32. Gulf Coast lockdown. Steam rolling. The ATLiens in Atlanta. This has not been a close one since the 12-0 or the 10-0 start. Hasn't gotten any closer.
Delivery. Give me a shot if anybody comes in. You got it. Bud Light, the mother load. Hey, here it comes. Hide. Did you hear something?
For the great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Bartender, 20 Bud Lights. Oh no!
Make it a Bud Light.
We're back, mercifully, in Atlanta. 32 points for the ATLiens. 65 now for Gulf Coast, and this has not been what one would call Maestro competitive.
You know, Marsh, okay, I'm gonna ask you a personal question, and I'm gonna ask you anyway. But would you have imagined Gulf Coast having a game like this, and us rarely calling Kai's name?
No, I don't know how that's a personal question, but no.
Yeah, same here. Well, I'm just trying to look good to the young lady sitting next to me.
Something very, very different than. Because you think Kai Killen's going to score? It's like, Josh, that's an inappropriate question to ask me. That's
call HR.
Awfully obtuse of you on a first date to ask me that.
Milo,
rising up, an emphatic slam there from Milo. Shreveport zone. Why don't we do a little Shreveport history lesson, huh? Shreveport was established originally at the meeting point of the Brown Bricks and the Texas Trail, and it was made navigable, the Red River was, by one Henry Miller Shreve, hence the name, of course, Shreveport, as he led the United States Army Corps of Engineers as they cleared the Red River. There was a natural logjam of 180 miles, also called Maestro waking up in the morning, the Great Raft, as it was termed, obstructed passage to shipping. So it was a very integral part of modifying, Shreve did, the riverboat to remove the logjam, and hence the name of the town, Shrevetown at the time, was born and, of course, turned into Shreveport.
That is, the best part about Shreveport, the best thing Shreveport ever gave us, Terry Bradshaw. That's all I'm going to say.
Terry Bradshaw. I had an opportunity to see him at a Super Bowl event. It was for Tostitos. We don't have advertising for them. Maybe we should. And I'll tell you what, his playing days didn't help him much. Let's just go with that.
No, and unfortunately his first 3 wives didn't either, but that's another story.
You're not wrong. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
Well, I mean, you're saying Terry Bradshaw, some other notable Shreveport beginners. Pat Carroll, who voiced Ursula the Sea Witch. Jared Leto, an actor and musician. Kevin Rahm, an actor. Brenda Sykes, also an actress. But you mentioned, talk about athletes. It is not a short list. Terry Bradshaw, John David Booty, who played for USC, the Texans. Brock Berlin, who played at the University of Florida, along with 4 NFL teams, or SWFL teams, beg your pardon. It's a long list. Shreveport is not short. Of course, Eric Thomas, who everyone knows is a wide receiver for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Everyone knows that.
Of course.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't know that?
2 of my favorite athletes from there. One I played against, one I wanted to play with at one point. Albert Bell, played against him in college. And let's just say he's Albert Bell all the time. He's that guy. If Warren Sapp played baseball, he'd be Albert Bell. I just say that. But I've never seen a guy he had amazing bat speed because he always swung with anger, like he was always trying to hit a home run. And what I remember playing against him in the College World Series is he would hit a home run and he would go into the dugout and pose like Arnold Schwarzenegger and say, "I'm gonna do it again. And just keep yelling, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again." It's like, okay, dude, we get it. You're big, you're strong. You're gonna. But also Antoine Jameson. Is from Shreveport, if I remember correctly. NBA star back in the day.
You are correct. Anton Jameson is. Todd Walker, if you're an old, I believe Rockies fan, he bumped around.
SWBA.
Todd Walker.
Yep.
Yep. He had a beginning. Of course, Sharkandrick West, and Tre'Davious White, also Shreveport.
They
Kendrick
are
West
killing it.
of the Kansas City Chiefs.
They are killing it in the port, baby. They are killing
This
it
is
in the port.
it's not a small list of folks who
No.
played or who have their upbringing from Shreveport. 73-40. There's not much bringing up that score for ATLiens. The only hope here is not to get doubled up here with 3:20 to go rather, in this fourth quarter. There's Cupworth inside and tapped away. Good block. Finally, a sign of life from the ATLiens in what has otherwise been
it's
a sign, a brief blip on their radar. That's about it. Here's Bevinson Patches, and another missed shot inside. What's the talent? How many toes on that lady next to you have we counted up now, Maestro?
My goodness. Here comes security. If you lose me for a few minutes, Mark, just know that my wallet's still in the car, okay?
You got it. Milo Legou headed to the line now. Another foul. Legou said, hey, man, I can just about triple the number of made baskets in the paint here for ATLiens on my own. And some more smash substitutions as they bring back in Royce Anderson, Guzman, Alpine, and Toomey. They're trying to mount the comeback here with 2:42 to go.
So, Mastermind Marsh, I'm going to ask you, the last 2 minutes and 42 seconds, which is going to seem like 19 hours, what would you do down by 36 with your team right now? What would be your approach to finish out this game?
I mean, if holding the ball for 20 seconds just to get it over with, not get somebody hurt is an option. I mean, this is just try to create something, but this game is beyond the scoreboard. At this point, the game is just what you get as an offensive efficiency or defensive look. It's disingenuous because the fact is none of these guys. No one's going to be trying at this point with a 76-42 game.
Right, and so I ask you that. Thank you for saying it that way, because as a scout for SWU, even SWBA, this is when I'm looking at the team that's down, looking at their top players, and seeing exactly what they're putting out, because I'm getting a test of their mindset, their approach to the game, their willingness, their motor, their heart, because I'm going to learn a lot about them right now. Not when the game's out of hand when they're in the lead, but when the game's out of hand when they're behind. Are they still going to play through it to try to make something happen? And I don't mean just getting up a bunch of shots just to get stats, but are they actually going to play hard defense? Are they actually going to try to get their teammates involved? Are they going to keep their head up? Those are the things that scouts look at when they're measuring the heart of a player, because it's something that you just rarely get a chance to do, but this is a great example for that.
I guess it's just hooping at this point. You're not really playing basketball. You're just hooping. So see what you can do to get stuff going as that one's tipped away. That'll remain Gulf Coast ball. We got another game coming up, of course. Stay tuned for the second game of our doubleheader as the Heartland Zombie Stars, the SimWorld Oceania, square off from the Opera House of Hoops in Sydney on the barge in Sydney, Australia. A little early morning action over there in Australia for that
one. One of the great venues. It's just so beautiful. Just one of the most beautiful venues in all of SimWorld Prep.
Fun one to go to, except when it's raining, as Royce Anderson to the rack won't go. Good defense from Iko Kasai.
That's true. But I like sharks, so it's okay.
Did you ever go diving with sharks? Or have you ever gone diving with sharks?
I had an opportunity to, and I did not do it, and I'm still angry about that.
Also on my list between going to a Waffle House during a hurricane.
It probably feels the same in your guts.
Probably. And I was close last year to fulfilling that dream. But fortunately, because the storm didn't go in that direction. But unfortunately, the storm turned in a different way through the state of Florida, and I did not get the blessed opportunity to frequent a Waffle House with hurricane conditions. So, the ultimate barometer of the South. How serious do we take it? The Waffle House scale. Driving to the rack, Royce Anderson draws a foul. 4.4 left.
Cyrus Jackson.
Oh my
Just
goodness.
what everybody wants.
That's his second.
Free throws in a 36-point game with 4.4 seconds left.
Royce Anderson.
Well, I'm really hoping that B-Ron and Rick Blaze are going to have a slightly more competitive game to call coming up in the between Heartland Zombies and Oceania. Zombie Stars, I'm so sorry. You know, I'm already thinking about Virgil's, man.
Virgil's, then Magic City. What a night.
Magic City.
What a night we have ahead of us.
You know what? I'm actually going to text HR right now and just let them know. Just going to have the paperwork ready just in case something hits the news.
I thought I was planning on using the old company card, so.
Well, exactly.
And that's the game.
80-45. That is our final. Gulf Coast Lockdown takes this one in Atlanta. Never was really close. For my partner, Maestro, our production team, thank you all for joining us here on SimWorld TV. Stay tuned for Game 2 of our SimWorld Prep Thursday night here on SimWorld TV. The only place you can see the game, be the game.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Gamma Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the three. In the clip, game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The one twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. Drive up the price. Push up the stock. Build up your name. Stir up the pot. Piss off the eye. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. SimWorld, this is your shot.
Yo, yells.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze.
SimWorld.
Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers, trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name, said she wanna try out on the scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast facts, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be trippin' with my foes tipping. Shot out to the ballers, no bull like I'm Pippin. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. Sim World hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
Hello, everybody, and good morning from Sydney, Australia. Welcome to the Opera House of Hoops here on the boat here in Sydney, Australia. Welcome to Game 2 of our SWTV doubleheader. I'm Beanie Ron. Alongside me is Rich Blaze. Good morning, man. I'm a little uncomfortable here in the boat. I don't like water, but I'm here, unfortunately. How you doing, man?
Boats and hoops. Boats and hoops. I just gotta have my boats and hoops. Hey, man, it's morning time. I got my eggs Benedict. I don't know why they call it that, but I'm glad everybody in the States, I know they're watching at nighttime tonight. Hey, welcome. Good night, you guys, and good morning to us. We're looking for a good game to start off really good. 2-0. Zombies.
Yeah, real good for Heartland, and they're going to need a lot of that because this Heartland Zombies team, Zombie Stars team is struggling. They're 1-4 in their last 5, coming in at 13-11, third in the Neo region on the season. And Rick, this team's on a 4-game losing streak. They lost to the Bay Area Breakers their last time out.
Yeah.
What's going wrong with Heartland right now?
Hey, they've been a scrappy team all year long. They've been winning with really good defense and just enough offense. But the problem with that is the margin of error is so small, right? So if your defense isn't top-notch that night, or if your top players like Bernard James isn't having the best of games, they don't have enough. That margin of error is so small, they don't have enough to tilt the scale. And when you run into a couple of games in a row like that, it's a losing streak. Everybody goes on them. They're going on at the very wrong time, but it happens. We'll see how they rebound.
Yeah, we'll have to see. And on the other end here, Simroad Oceania's Jarrell Beauchamp makes the second of his 2 free throws there, getting them on the board. But for Oceania, they are 13-12. They're second in the Intercontinental region. And in their last 5, they're 2-3, so they're on a little bit of up and up, close to 500 in their last 5 than Heartland Zombie Stars is. And oh my goodness, what a start there! Damian Luke, strong finish there from that young man. Luffy and Beauchamp, the combo, those two are gonna be the big areas to focus on if you are the Heartland Zombie Stars. You want to stop those two, and everybody else can kind of pick up the slack from there.
Yeah, they're equivalent of a 3-piece special with jalapenos and extra seasoning on their fries.
Not gonna lie, that sounds real good right about now.
I know, I'm trying to tell you.
Sounds real good right about now. Well, look, 4-3. Heartland Zombie Stars out in front here. Let's talk keys to victory for both teams. Rick, starting with Simroad Oceania, what do they have to do to win this game in your opinion?
Well, they're gonna have to spread the floor like mustard. You want your 2 guys to have open space to go off. That's Beauchamp and Luffy. They're gonna need to put up a 20 piece, and they're gonna have to crash the boards to get themselves a chance tonight. For the Zombies, they're gonna have to lock down on defense. You're not gonna really shut down Luffy and Beauchamp, but you need to make it tough for them. But everyone else needs to shut them down. They're also gonna have to crash the boards. Possessions are gonna be at a premium in this game.
Yeah, and again, the problem with defending Simroad Oceania is that, yes, obviously, again, Beauchamp, Luffy, both of those kids are the main problems. But they have other players who can score and fill it up too. Giovanni Conwell, Travion Abbas at times too. We've seen from him. There's talent up and down this roster here as ball go out of bounds. We're gonna take a quick break here before the inbound. I'm right back. Welcome back, everyone. 8-6, Timber Oceania out to a little 2-point lead here. 5:25 left in the first quarter of play. And you see Benari James all in his hands. He's the main key player for Zombie Stars, but of course they have other players too, Rick. You know, his brother, Barkley James, for example. Jaquan Johnson, who's injured now, so won't throw at him as much. But he's playing through injury in this game, but he is still a factor for this Heartland Zombie Stars team. But you also can't forget about Hanso Hardwick.
Give me that.
AJ Blaylock also has games too, as that ball goes out of bounds, and it's gonna stay with as it goes to the wall. You gotta get the ball.
He just asked him if you gonna eat your cornbread, and he said he gonna eat his cornbread for him, and threw that out of there.
Oh man, I love that. That tangent real quick. There was a kid in high school who we used to call cornbread. I don't know, like that when you said cornbread, you brought that back into my brain. I wanted to share that with everybody for some reason there.
I assume he was a big guy. Y'all called him cornbread, right?
Yes.
Yeah, little guys don't get called cornbread.
No, you wouldn't call me cornbread. I get called cake boy. That's different.
You get called what?
Cake boy.
Whoa!
Cake, like sweet.
I call that Hammer Town.
Yeah.
Cake boy.
Yes.
Oh, we need to delve a little deeper into this, cake boy. Cake boy. Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Man.
I started something now. I started something Rick. I should have never said that.
I'm gonna have a good time with that
cake boy. Well, look. We're gonna have a good time here tonight because I'm sure this game is gonna be really, really good too. We got two teams here. This is a game that features inter-regional matchups are always fun because you get teams you don't see a whole lot, and you have to try and find ways to counter them. And how do you go about making sure that you have the right game plan for a team you don't see a whole lot in a game like this, Ray?
Well, cake boy. First of all, you gotta take your Dramamine and make sure you don't get seasick on the goddamn boat. That's step one. Step one: take your meds so you can play and don't get seasick on the boat. And you have to be focused, right? This is a different environment. Like, you know, Oceania's used to it because it's their home court, but this is a totally no players play on this type of environment. So you have to be mentally focused, not only on the game, but stay focused on the task at hand, which is winning time. And everyone at this point in time should be focused because it's race to one time coming up, baby. That's a good 3-ball. You need to be locked in so you won't be one and done, like a lot of people are going to be come race to one time. And that's how I feel about that. Cake boy. Get them little Debbies up out of here.
What a block.
Don't bring no little Debbie to no 3-layer cake party. I can do this all day, B-Run. I really can. This is gonna be fun.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right, man. It's fine with me. Oh man, well, Jaden Salas is checking in for Heartland Zombie Stars, as well as a few other players. A little mid-range jumper.
Midi.
Damian Luffy.
The lost art of the midi.
Lost art, and I'm expecting that to come back into fashion perhaps here with Simba Prep and Simba Hoops as the game continues to evolve. As there's a foul on Whitlock. Basket is good. So Jaden Salas comes into the game, gets a foul called him, and immediately goes to the free throw line. Way to get active immediately, Jaden Salas. Done.
Absolutely. And again, you want to get out to a good start offensively if you're a Heartland. They've struggled as of late on the offensive side of the things. So as fast as you can get out on the offensive end, the better your chances are. Oh, that's an ugly miss, though, by the way.
Yeah, had a chance to make it a two-point lead instead. One after the free throw miss. Whitlock on the glass.
Get it done. Get it done.
Right back up with it. Nicely done. And you mentioned struggles for Heartland Zombie Stars on the other end. Timid Oceania also struggling a little bit too. I mean, throughout the course of the season and here with these last stretch of games here, as you know, they're starting to fade a little bit. is in the Intercontinental region with Atlantis pulling away, it seems like.
Well, you know, with Oceania, their goal is simple. We're going to try to outscore you. Their best players are really not interested in defense like that. They're more concerned about the offensive side of the things. So that's always been their Achilles heel. But if those two guys can get high as well as the others, Oceania has the offensive talent to beat anyone. But again, it's all about their defensive side. Their ability to get stops or inability to get stops oftentimes determine if they can win the game or not.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a mismatch in the post, and Jaquan Johnson takes full advantage of it, as he should.
Yeah,
and you saw him. He does not look like himself today at this game.
Shot.
But there's another great shot from Simmer Oceania on the offensive side as well. Both these teams are responding to each other. Back and forth, trading buckets here begin, and this is a good sign, I think, for both teams coming out the gates in this first quarter.
Yeah, Heartland can't afford to trade buckets back and forth, though. They got to get some stops. This is not Heartland's game. They can't go back and forth. They need to get stops because they don't have the firepower to keep up back and forth like that. Everybody hot.
Man.
Everybody hot.
Wow.
The one-legged jumper. I like that.
As long as it works. As long as it works. As long as it works, man.
Benari has one of the deeper offensive bags at the guard position in all of SimWorld Prep. If you guys haven't seen him play, his bag is immense. He has a nice bag. I mean, it's Louis Duffy level, right? So I'm always pleasantly surprised when I see him bust out a new move I hadn't seen because he got it in his bag.
Yeah, it was Barkley James who made that one fall to on
that was Barkley?
Heartland. Yeah, it was.
Oh, that looked like. I'm sorry. My bad, Barkley. Let me give you a props, brother.
Yeah, well, first quarter's in the books, folks. Coming back, second quarter action coming at you here at the Opera House of Hoops here on the boat here in Sydney, Australia. 25-21. Zombie Stars out in front.
Cake boy.
Welcome home.
Mom, Dad, this is Cindy.
Cindy, yes.
So nice to meet both of you.
It's nice to meet you finally. Travis has told us so much about you.
All good things, I hope.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Please,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh, Mom, no. Dad, this is Shannon.
Oh, hi.
Shannon.
And this is Aaron.
Hey, cutie.
That is Jessica.
Hi.
Jenny,
Hi.
Sarah, Megan,
Hi.
Nicole, Elizabeth.
Acts. Use in moderation.
Second quarter action getting ready to begin here. And in that first quarter, Rick, we saw both offenses go back and forth a little bit, trading buckets, but you said it, Heartland Zombie Stars, they can't afford to get into a situation where they start to trade buckets with Oceania, because Oceania will get hot, and that will come back to bite Heartland big time in this game, I think.
Yeah, you if you're Heartland, I'm sure the coach is going over this in the timeout. Let's
and one
trick. That's what I'm talking about. You can't go back and forth. For Heartland, their defense ignites their offense, for Oceania, it's completely opposite. Their offense ignites their offense. They don't really worry about the defensive side.
Yeah, Jaden Solid had the foul called on him. Foul. So we're going to see Drabochem here back at the line. Both him and Damian Luffy are not from Australia. Luffy is from the Pacific. Luffy is from Washington, and Bochem is from Nevada. So both of those kids had to go out of the country to play basketball in SWTV Prep.
Hey man, getting those Australia stealing those players not seen in the region. Was an egregious act by some coaches by letting these guys go. That's just great. To this day, I can't figure out how they dropped the ball like that. But here we are.
Yeah, and from what I remember of the whole situation, I think in Bochem's case, I think he had went and met with the Rocky Mountain organization. And there was talk of trying to get him in there. It just didn't work out for whatever reason. I agree with you that they shouldn't let him get away regardless of the fact. But like I said, it happened, and here we are.
Yeah, and then I think in Luffy's case, I think he was like going to be the third option on a couple of teams or something. It was really weird, bro. It was really weird. Luffy was one of my highest touted guys coming in this season. I remember specifically myself and Coach Drayton have a conversation, and he would mention certain guys, and the first name from my mouth was Damian Luffy. Luffy is the one, and so how he escaped the States, I have no idea, but hey, que sera.
Yeah, and we talk about it a lot too, Rick. Not everybody can be a number one option, and I think in some cases, you have to make exceptions to those rules, and I think the exceptions could have been made for both Luffy and Bochem in the States on teams like Rocky Mountain or Cascadia, for example.
Right. Could you imagine? Which one's from Washington? That's Bochem?
Luffy. Yep, Luffy.
Luffy? Could you imagine him over with let's say a Rocky Mountain? Luffy and Bell and Pink and Tate. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. In Luffy's case, Luffy's from Washington, so Luffy would have been with Cascadia maybe. Pairing him with Justin Holiday, Jason Holbrook.
Ain't no rumor with Cascadia.
Or running trades. Rick. He could have been with Japhett Towns.
Japhett Towns and Luffy would have been the best combination. That would have been the best combo in all of SimWorld. I don't care. You can at me on this one. Luffy and Japhett Town would have been the best offensive duo in all of SimWorld Prep for sure. Time out on the court.
Yep, time out here on the floor, and we're going to take a minute here to remind you guys to like the stream here on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the bell on the YouTube channel as well to know when all of our shows, streams, games, all that good stuff goes live for you all here on the channel. And to get involved on the YouTube channel is youtube.com/SimWorldTV, the exclusive home for SimWorld Hoops, and in the future, maybe SimWorld U, and in the future, SWBA perhaps. We get there, of course, but hey. Contract working, all that good stuff, they're in talks.
Come join me and Cake Boy here in SimWorld.
30-24. Heartland Zombie Stars out in front here, and they're trying to pull away, make it at least 10. Not quite there yet, but they're almost there. Salas down the other end gets the
Good
foul.
strong take. I like that on both sides. I like the strong take by Heartland. I like the good foul. We're not giving them no layups, baby. You got to earn them at the line.
Yeah, exactly. Bill King Jr. fouling Jaden Salas, so he's going to go to the line with 2 more free throws. He came into the game shooting 66% from the free throw line. 66.7% from the line, and now it's going to go up a little bit after he missed his first one, made his second one, made his third one. So, what's that? 75% on the day so far?
On today?
On the day so far, yeah.
On today, yeah. Definitely not on the season, but on today, yeah.
No. Made up for it real fast. Oh, look, you got them both to fall there. 8-point lead. We're just not for Heartland now. And if you're some Oceania, Rick, how are you trying to work your way back into this one?
Well,
I'm starting to get away from you a little bit here.
I think they need to spread the mustard.
Oh,
Lord have mercy. That boy got backslapped. Jeez.
No, get that one out of here, too.
Let me have it.
Yeah. And Honcho Hardwick on the ball. Both of the blocks. There's another one on the other end.
We're playing basketball. Playing basketball, D-Ron.
We sure are, man.
Look, if you're Oceania, you gotta move the orange a little bit. Everybody pounding the orange. It's just a one-on-one situation. You gotta move the orange, move the ball, because Heartland are very good individual defenders. So if you don't move the basketball, you're playing into their hands. They can hold you defensively. You got to move the peel so you can get a chance to get open for a shot.
Oh, there it is.
Wow.
There it goes.
Still winning.
You know what? I don't blame you, Olsen Myers. Call time after that one. We're going to take a break here as well. Come right back, folks. Best of the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone. Offenses, just like the weather here, been hot, and Heartland's offense insanely hot. 74% from the field, Rick, and they scored 34 points just through the first, quarter and a half, let's say, of this one. It's an insane start.
Hey, it's what I said earlier. I started the broadcast off with. Oceania is not concerned with playing defense. They want to outscore, but the danger with that is teams can get hot, and if teams can get hot and they're playing defense like the Zombie Stars are, then you're in trouble. So you're gonna have to get some stops. You can't win them all just by going super offensively. That's what they're doing right now, and it's not really paying off because Heartland Zombies is not a great shooting team. You got them shooting 75%. Your defense is trash.
Yeah,
Your defense is
74%
trash.
on the game so far.
Your defense is trash.
And on the season, Rick, make a good point. On the season, they're 23rd in field goal percentage, 46.2% from the field on the season. So this is a really hot start and an outlier of a performance to begin the game for Heartland Zombie Stars.
Yeah, and you know they got them looking like the U.S. basketball team right now.
the dream team, U.S. basketball team, Rick, or
92. The 92 team. Barkley, Jordan,
Jordan,
Bird, all of them.
The absolutely dominant 92 basketball team with Team USA. Go look it up if you're not familiar with that one. Yeah, great shot there. And look, I mean, Oceania, no fault of their own. They're trying, and it's just unfortunately right now, again, Heartland, they're everywhere, and Jaden Salas on the glass and putting it right back up.
You gotta get the board. You gotta play some form of defense. It's gonna be a long night if you don't. That's just simple facts right there. I don't have another way to say it. Get on the glass.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a theme all game. Is Joe King Jr. can't get that three-pointer to fall, and Oceania a little cold here. These last few possessions. 2:20 left here in the second quarter of play. As Heartland Zombies are slowing down the offense here. I like it. Inside, up and over. Salas can't get it to go. Over Whitlock.
Shot. Yeah. You know, B-Run, I realized something. I only desire fast food, American fast food when I'm calling games out of the country. For some reason, I just want like 6 tacos from Taco Bell right now. I can't get it, but that's what I desire.
And what's funny about that too, Rick, is that there are some of our American fast food places, Taco Bell, McDonald's, that kind of stuff are different, and in some cases better in other countries. In
some cases worse. Some cases worse too.
In some cases worse too. You're right.
In some cases, it is worse. Give me that. I'll take the MSG anytime.
Oceania gonna take another time out here. This Heartland Zombies are at 40 points now in the second quarter. It's not looking good for Oceania at all. And we've got some meat pies here. Came over.
Pies, B-Rock. I'm a pass on that.
I think I'm adventurous, but I don't know if I'm that adventurous.
I'm not doing no meat pies. No, we're not. No. Can I get some nachos in this piece? You know what I'm saying? There's some chips and cheese, some queso. I get some queso and some salsa.
They got the barramundi fish though. That's
the what?
Real good. Barramundi fish.
The barramundi.
Barramundi fish. You never had that before?
No.
Never had it before?
No.
It's good.
Well, no.
Real good.
I get some fried. I like fried catfish. I've had fried catfish.
Hey, look. They brought it over. We'll put you on to something, Rick. I got you.
What about some fried cod? A good fried cod is nice. I'm sure they got cod out here.
I'm sure. But right now, we're getting treated to some nice barramundi over here. But look, 1 minute and 20 seconds left here in the first half of play.
Got him.
And got the jumper to go as well. Nicely done.
It's just too much one-on-one action. They have the one-on-one talent, but move the ball around, throw their defense out, so you don't have to work as hard to get your buckets. You know what this Oceania team reminds me of? The playoff Clippers. Bunch of one-on-one guys, but just can't. But when they're not clicking on all cylinders, everybody can get their one-on-ones and look bad as a squad. But get the boy.
Luffy getting rejected by Honcho Hardwick, and he can't get the second chance shot to go either. No luck on that end for Oceania, and they got a little bit of luck there as the shot there does not fall on the opposite end for the Zombie Stars either. 10-point lead for the Zombie Stars, and another strong block from Honcho Hardwick. He is sending out all the invitations to the block party here, Rick.
Yes, he is.
Minari's game's attacking. Can't get it
bring
to
your
go.
own blocks.
Keen from Mashaw does not go either, and that's where the first half ends, 40-30. A Heartland Zombie Stars lead here as they head to the locker room. I don't think they're doing that here.
I don't know where they're heading. I don't know.
They're just gonna take a seat on the bench over here and figure it out. Well, look, first half thoughts, Rick. What you got?
Those seagulls are scary. Is the first thing I want to say. Because they swarm down on you at random times. But it's more of the same, right? You're looking at Oceania. They're looking to do a lot of one-on-one offense, but they have to get some stops defensively. Now, part of that is on the Heartland because they were just red hot as a team. But you have to buckle down this second half. I'm thinking taking the ball out of Benari's hands or one of their guards' hands and make some others beat you. For Heartland, they were doing really, really good. You see Hardwick with 8 rebounds and assists. He has a couple of blocks as well. It's business as usual for Heartland. When they're hitting their shots and the defense is locked in, that's the team that we're used to seeing.
Yep. We're going to take a...
I've invited Pedro over.
Pedro, my man!
We need to talk about something.
Great. Let's talk.
What's new, Pedro?
Look, Tim, for the past 12 years, Pedro and I have been having an affair.
What? I did not see that coming. At all.
Pedro Jr., go to your room. Don't make that face. And take that ridiculous shirt off. Daddy loves you. Sorry, what were you talking about?
Je voudrais être seule avec toi.
She asked if you'd like to join the club.
Je voudrais des nuits.
You said, I like nuts. Register today and get a free Berlitz phrasebook. Berlitz, the best way to learn a new language.
I like nuts.
Third quarter action getting ready to begin here. The Opera House of Hoops in Simmer Oceania right now. A bit of trouble, down 10, 40-30. Begin the third quarter of play. And in that first half, Rick, we saw Heartland Zombie Stars be really hot offensively. They ended the first half shooting 57% from the field. And now it's not a good start for Oceania as they begin with a shot clock violation. They were held to just 38% from the field in that first half of play.
Yeah, and I was going to say 10 points for Oceania is not a big deal. They can put them up in a hurry. They're not starting off good, though, with the shot clock violation to start the half, though.
No, that's not how you want to start, especially when you're struggling offensively to score. And Benari James, he's also struggled to score. Only 5 points, both him and Barkley, heading into the third quarter. Benari just got more points there for himself, as Luffy also responds with points over Benari James on that end, and also for Heartland. Jaden Solid, 12 points at the end of the first half. Jaquan Johnson with 8 for himself, and for Oceania, again, like I said, 38% shooting from the field. Both Damian Luffy and Jarrell Beauchamp have 11 points, respectively. Both of them doing really good. Go ahead, Rick, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they're playing a really good team game offensively as far as Heartland. They're spreading the mustard right now, which is good to see. Usually it's all on the shoulders of Benari James, but tonight, this morning, I should say, maybe they're a better morning playing team. I don't know how many more morning games they're going to play. Probably none, but they look good in the morning time. Well, who would have thought that the Zombies are better in the morning than at night? Go figure.
Right? Usually it's not how that works. But I also don't know Zombies need sleep. Okay. Who knows, right?
That too.
I think they're, I don't know what the word is for, you know how like there's ambidextrous people? I don't know what the word is for like both times a day kind of, I don't know what to think, right?
Yeah, I'm with you. You lost me on that one, Cake Boy.
Well, look, that was a great shot there. Make it back, get it back to a 10-point lead, and I think that the advantage that Heartland has is that I think they have some of the some good shooters on the team between Benari and Barkley both. Those kids can get hot. We know, we've seen both of them do it at various points in time. I can still remember Barkley James and that big explosion three-pointer game we had that set the record for most threes in a game in Sim World Prep last season when they were with the Indy Stripes. As Damian Luffy scores there.
Yeah, you know those James boys can shoot, that's for sure. And I'm just impressed with the team offense today. Well, you got to put a little bit of caveat to it. It is Oceania. We know that they don't play defense, but don't look now. Oceania is only down 8. They're trying to climb back in this game.
Yeah, they sure are trying, and that's one of the things that will take you very far, and especially at this level of effort, because that's what the scouts or some youth scouts, potential SWBA scouts are looking to see as well. They want to see effort and how you play when you're struggling offensively, like Oceania is, when you're hot like Heartland Zombie Stars are right now. You know, how do you respond to those two very different kinds of scenarios for your offensive flow? But Benari James here onto the free throw line for the Heartland Zombie Stars.
And he's usually really good at the free throw line. This should be cash, 1 and 2.
Should be. You know, there's a lot of talk earlier in the season about Benari and Barkley James and a lot of the their personality, antics, whatever you want to call it, not being so out there in your face like they were last season coming into this season. Do you think that a lot of that contributed to their hot start? And with the losing streak, we've seen more Benari out in the public eye. And at one point, Jaquan Johnson was out there too, definitely causing a stir. Do you think that a lot of that has to do with the losing streak itself, or is it a byproduct of it? or what do you think that is, Rick? And if it even plays a part at all?
And there's a 3 by Benari. Well, this is the thing when losing. Losing tests your character, tests your manhood, tests your team, tests you as an individual. Losing brings out everything. See, a lot of stuff can be swept under the rug when you're winning. But when you start losing, every little thing gets blown up, or sometimes some things that were big are no longer swept under the rug. So I want to give the James' brothers credit for the most part this season. They've been, give me that, boy. They've been really, really good as far as off the court.
Yep.
But you know, this Heartland team took some chances on some guys with someone considered with questionable character. Jaquan Johnson being one of those guys, and that's the chance you take. It's big risk, big reward, right? So he's kind of got a little bit into some mischief and doing a little too much, and that doesn't have a good effect on the team. So you want to kind of reel everybody in, because this is not the time to blow up. This is winning time. This is the time to make a name and get your scholarship for sure bona fide, stamped for next season.
Right, exactly. Secure it while you can, or at least
Yeah,
make a good first impression anyway, because you only get one chance to do that. Luffy, second chance, does not get it to go. And it's Hilario, I believe that's Jaga Hilario, who has the foul called on him. So Damian Luffy is going to go back to the free throw line for Simmer Oceania. And, you know, to be, I don't want to say fair, but to make another point here, you know, we talk about the media presence of players, and here at Simba Prep, we are preparing, you know, players for the next level. Because if you think it's that now, it's only going to get worse as you get higher up in the levels at Simba U and the SWBA level as well. So, you know, we don't want to say, hey, you know, don't not talk in the media and any of that kind of stuff. But it's more so curtailing how you do so.
For sure.
That makes sense.
Right. You know, Keith Sweat told us a long time ago, there's a right and wrong way to love somebody.
Yeah.
So, you know, take it as you will.
Exactly. Great pass inside. And there's 2 more points. They've got 51 points on the game so far.
That's crazy.
Offense has not really missed a beat coming out of the halftime break here. Luffy on the interior, working on AJ Blaylock, and great finish there.
When that young man Luffy gets to the next level and gets a coach that's going to have him to really break out his game, I'm telling you, he is Carmelo Anthony. He is Carmelo Anthony in the making. I'm telling you, he has that kind of repertoire offensively. If he ever begins to give a damn defensively, he can be a top 10 player.
I like the comparison. Man.
Just like that. See what I'm saying? Just like that. One-on-one, he can't be stopped. He's a savant. He's an offensive savant one-on-one.
Yeah, he's very quick to the basket, and that will do you a lot of favors and set you up for good positioning there. And Luffy showing the defense there, getting the hands in, knocking the ball away. And Oceania with it here offensively after the steal. Luffy turnaround jumper. Good.
I'm trying to tell you, that's his move.
Brian Lovelace need to take a timeout there. Zombie Stars are going to take a break here. We're going to take one too. I'm right back, folks.
Tugboats?
Welcome back, everyone. 51-44. Heartland Zombies in the lead, but Damian Luffy doing his best to keep Oceania in the game, as there is a mental error with a quick break, though. Folks, come right back. Referees make mistakes too, Rick. Nobody's perfect. They forgot whose ball it was, but we got it right now. Went to the scores table, corrected it. Heartland Zombies have the ball back in their possession. They're not going to score here on the first chance. Second chance, so good.
He might have got fouled on that one too.
Yeah. Great effort play, though, from Daquan Johnson, and there's some more effort. Look, you said he got fouled. He gave a foul there, didn't get it called. And another one that probably could have got called. This one does stall.
The referees have thrown their whistles in the ocean. Apparently, they're done calling calls right now. They're going to let the boys play. Let the boys be boys.
Yeah, let them play. 11-point lead here. The Heartland Zombie Stars under a minute left in the third quarter of play. 55-44. And yeah, again, Damian Luffy, 25 points here. Throughout the whole game so far. 27, yeah.
Nice. Oh. You got 2 for 1 steal for Heartland.
Yeah. But yeah, he's done his part trying to keep Oceania in this game. As a fadeaway jumper from Johnson does not go. You like to see him go into the smaller defender. The pass, though, could have been better. Floating it over the defender instead. It forced him to come back to the ball.
Tough shot. That's good defense, interior defense by Heartland.
Yeah, really good interior defense there. AJ Blaylock with the ball in his hands. Down the final 5 seconds here of the third quarter of play. Off the screen shot from the right wing does not go. That's going to end the third quarter there. 11-point lead for the Heartland Zombie Stars, 55-44. Fourth quarter action coming at you. Who's going to walk away with the win? Come back and find out.
We at Carnival take our mission to be America's most fun vacation very seriously. So I'm making changes at the top, effective immediately. Mr. O'Neill is perfect for the job. His unparalleled passion and unique business acumen are a tremendous asset.
I need those numbers by 5 o'clock today. Duck. Goose. Just hit me on the email, Shaq@carnival.com, and 4 tickets will be delivered to your house first thing in the morning.
Who is this?
Have you not heard?
No. Well, what?
CFO.
Oh, really?
Want to know what else? Tag, you're it. Run!
I'm excited for the immediate impact Shaq will make. Come in.
President Duffy, I turned the conference room into a ball pit. Marco Polo in 15. Choose fun, baby.
Welcome back, everyone. For those fourth folks, it is fourth quarter time. 55.
Hold on, Bjorn. Don't just glaze over that. You put those fours up, then you don't put them down till we tell you to put them down. All right, now you put them down.
I got you here for that.
Now you put them down.
Yeah. 55-44. Heartland Zombie Stars out in front here, making 57-44 after that bucket. They are looking to snap their 4-game losing streak here, Rick. Oh, man.
I don't know, bro. That was all ball up top. Unless he got them down low, that was all ball up top, though, my guy.
Yeah, well, foul still called it all the same on the Jaga Hilario. Oh, let's see Rabochem here at the free throw line. Once again, for Oceania. I feel like him and Luffy been the only two really getting to the free throw line for Oceania today.
I mean, that's not a bad. You trying to come back and you want to stop the clock, get into the line is a good way to do that.
Yeah, and it's never a bad thing when it's two of your, primary scorers on the team who are the ones getting to the free throw line. It makes sense that those two would be the ones. Luffy, 20 points per game. Bochum right behind him, 19 points per game. Those two are the main ones. All this team were the main scorers. So yeah,
100%.
And it's still an 11-point game here, and back to Beauchamp and Luffy in a minute. I want to ask you, Rick, what do you think that they're going to do in college? What do you think their potential is going to be like when they get to a college system that can really let them loose on a different teams? Because now they're on one team together, but on different squads. What they can do with a whole college season, potentially 4 years under their belts, they could really grow and be great players in the future.
Right. I mean, let's be honest. For some of these players, this prep league is going to be the pinnacle of their careers in basketball. Not saying they're not going to play college ball, but they're going to be their best here in similar prep, and they're going to be role players come college ball. With those two guys in particular, Beauchamp and Luffy, they're actually going to be better players in college ball, and they're going to be even better players in the league where they have that open freedom to really balloon and expand their game. So those are the type of players that you want in your system as a coach, because you have so many options on any given night. They can win a game for you single-handedly.
Yeah, they absolutely can, and that's going to be kind of the real test to see what they can do at the next level. Now when you have more freedom in your offense than Damian Luffy, man, he's crafty with the ball in his hands too.
Yeah, and people, let me say this: people never talk about this. Their home court is outside. Wind blows, so those jump shots and stuff, you have to shoot it. It's not easy to shoot a good jump shot outside when that wind blowing. That basketball is going to travel a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, a little east to the west. So you have to be really, really spot on. I think his percentages, Beauchamp, are going to really expand once they finally start playing indoors every day.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're making these kind of shots and shooting these kind of percentages outside on a regular basis, what are you doing indoors?
Tell me, you're gonna be a beast.
Really is, and it's like a kicker kicking indoors versus outside. If you're perfect or close to it outside, inside, forget about it, right?
Absolutely. And Oceania, they're not close. They finna forget about this game. They don't start locking down again. Well, that's not a good. Never mind.
Hey, they had it down to 7 a few possessions ago.
They did.
But they haven't been able to get over the hump of that 7 points. Really, since like second quarter, it feels like.
You have to get a stop. The game is about a bucket, but at some point in time, you have to string together some stops. And Oceania has been inability to do that. That's a tough lay right there, though.
Absolutely tough layup right there.
That's a tough layup.
You mentioned stops a minute ago, Rick. If you're Oceania, how are you going to try to go about getting those stops, though? Because we can talk about, hey, just get stops, but that's just like, hey, just be happy. That's how that works.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they don't have the personnel for that. Again, they built this team to run everybody out the gym. That's just the way they built it. So they're predicated on being really good offensively, and when they're not really good offensively, they struggle to get a win. And kind of like tonight.
And
this morning. I keep saying tonight. This morning.
Oh, I understand. I get you. And look, you know what's kind of I don't want to say funny about it, the situation, but it's very reminiscent of last season because remember, this coach for Oceania is Olsen Myers, who coached Rocky Mountain Monsters last season for a good bit of time. So he's used to having a very offensive heavy firepower kind of team. So I think he kind of went with what was familiar to him, which isn't a bad thing in some regard. But like you said, at some point, Rick, you do have to find a way to get stops and build a team that can get you those stops. As Musa Mashad here at the line for Oceania.
And I want to give the coach some credit. I mean, coming into the season, how many people, raise your hand, how many people has had Oceania being as good as they are this season, right? Yeah. You know, so he's worked with the talent that he has. He did a phenomenal job getting 2 guys from the States to come to freaking Australia. You feel what I'm saying? That right there, they put some respect on his name just for being able to do that. You know, and so he got these young, so he's building a program now. So now all the guys coming into SimWorld Prep saying, hey, you know what? These guys had success going to Australia and they submitted to big time programs in college. Yeah. Now he's building a pipeline and building those. That's smart, man. So he may not get the win today, but he's setting himself up for a lot of wins tomorrow.
Exactly, and that's really what it's all about too, is building for the future, both at the prep level and going forward as well for these teams, these players, these coaches, because these coaches are gonna get to a spot where you're gonna have players who want to come play for you at the prep level because they saw what you did for other players. For example, a kid like Wesley Rourke, who recently joined SimWorld Prep, he might decide to go somewhere like Oceania because there is an opportunity for him in the States.
All right, it was a 6-point game. They kind of stretched it back out. B-Run before, I'd be remiss if I don't do this. I should have done it earlier, but let me do it now really quick. I want to give a shout out to people that's tapped in back home in the States watching the game on YouTube. I have it watching it on Twitch. Let me get some shout outs. Shout out to NN, KN. Shout out to Anthony Henson. Shout out to Saber GT. Shout out to Yoshi. Shout out to Average Pokemon Trainer. That's an interesting name. Shout out to I saw Coach Dreesen here. I saw Coach Drayton. Shout out to Monte Parsons. Shout out to you guys. Yeah, tapped in, watching the game at home. Hopefully you got something nice beverage in your hand, and you kicking it with us tonight. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all tuning in as well. Yeah, 5-point game here, Rick.
Let's get that right.
We've been talking a lot, and this lead is shrunk. Joe King for 3, good.
We got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
We sure do. 66-64. It's finally became a ball game once again. 2:25 left in this one. A strong finish on the inside.
But you asked him to play defense. You asked him to play defense. That's where it all falls down. They've gotten this far, and like you said, Rick, gotta play defense. The offense is clicking. Gotta play defense. Gotta find a way to get to 10 points there too. Find a way. Gotta find a way to get a stop. They can't find a way though.
They just getting one there either, as Hancho Hardwick.
They can find a way. They can't.
Or it's on the inside once
somebody
again.
Get them boys a compass so they can find a way.
There's a 2-pointer. Does not go. 1:45 left in this one. Layup does not fall. Great defense there, closing out on the shot. That's King Jr. The jumper that misses.
They needed that. They needed that with the fall, big man.
Yeah, They didn't need that one, but look at the defense, though, from Joe King Jr.
Let's go quickly. Give it to Luffy. I know it sounds. Oh, he took his cookies. He took that man. Hey, pay me in cream cheese and call me Cake Boy.
Benari James threw that one down. 72-64, minute 17 seconds left here in this one. As a reminder, we have no games tomorrow on Friday, but on Saturday,
thank God,
we do have some action here on Saturday. It's the ESPN2 game at 12 noon. SimWorld Atlantis play host to the Philadelphia Elite at noon Eastern Time. You're going to be in Shepherd's Bush in the UK at Royal Green for that one. That should be a fun one. So tune into that one. ESPN2 will be a fun broadcast for that one. Look out for that one. This is coming up on Saturday, May 4th.
May the 4th be with you on Saturday.
Absolutely. And we get down to the final minute of the game here. Let's talk player of the game, Rick. Who's it going to be for you, in your opinion?
Well, since I don't see Oceania having enough gas in the tank to pull this out, I'm going to get a player of the game too. Jaquan Johnson. He's came out here, played hard, playing injured. There's been a lot of talk, about him. He's heard the noise. He started some of the noise, but he's stayed locked in for this game, and he's helping his team get a victory on the road today. I got Jaquan Johnson, my player of the game. If I'm gonna chop you down, I can give you praise too.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to go with Jaden Salas. I really liked what he did.
Good call.
For the Heartland Homie in this game as well. I think he's one of those players for Heartland that is going to be a big part of their future as well, especially, as a big with Robert McGee, possibly leaving for Simbo U next season. He's going to be a key piece going forward for them. Oh, and it's one of those games where you have a good performance in this one. It just kind of gives you hope going forward for him. As that three ball does not fall, and you saw the look disappointment.
They would have gave him a 30 apiece if he'd have made that one.
Yeah, body language there, not good. As we get down to the final few seconds here, game action. Got 25 seconds left here in this one. Heartland Omicron is going to snap their 4-game losing streak, and they're going to go to 14-11 on the season. Meanwhile, Oceania is going to fall back down to 500 and 13-13 on the season with the loss here in this one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to guess.
It was a competitive game.
It was.
It really was. Oceania showed some heart coming back, but again, you have to find a way to get a few stops. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, you sure do. And that's going to do it here for us. Here, we're going to stop talking and yapping in your ears. Hope you enjoyed the game, though. Both games tonight here on SimWorld TV. For Rick Blaze, all the guys in the truck, all you watching at home, I'm B-Ron. Have one for the rest of your evening. And remember, SimWorld's the only place where you can see the game, be the game. Have a good one, folks.
No, my man. I don't want none of that damn fish. Stop asking me. I do.
This has been a presentation of SimWorld Sport.